Okay, yeah, I'll slow down in some of the more complicated plays because Torque is kind of combo-y. He has ways of making simple things really, really complicated.
Yeah, I haven't played against Torque yet, so I'm pretty excited to see how this match feels.
Okay, GLHF.
Yes,
So,
likewise. Yeah, 2D. Oh, you want to go with the how were we both making it bigger?
yep,
Yep, go for it.
just, uh, 13.
13 and a 3.
Okay, I'm gonna put turn on you.
Okay. Going to random one more time, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw up. See what we got to keep or maul. Intriguing. I kind of don't hate the hand, to be honest. So let's see, what does Torque do? Torque does once per turn during your primary phase, you may engage this card. If you do, deal 1 damage to target clash card. Alright, so it can ping a clash card. And whenever non-clash damage is dealt to this contender, draw 1 card. This ability triggers only once per turn. Intriguing.
Yeah, that latter ability is the one I mainly use.
Yes. Although the pinging is pretty nice, especially in combination with like flares or something.
Oh, it comes in handy occasionally.
Yep. Or it kind
Especially because the draw effect is once per turn, and that's something I imagine if Torque were more popular,
of.
that a lot of people would mess up. So
Yeah. Um. So the pinging can also help counteract Magnate's buff to defense as well. So that's pretty interesting.
mhm. Yeah, the problem is Magnate tends to swarm, or at least he does when he's done right. So it's like pinging one thing may not matter.
Right.
But it is good to like set some stuff up. Like if you got a Kagan and I can't boom it off the field because of Magnate, the ping answers it.
Mm-hmm. All right. I don't hate what I have here, so I'm gonna go ahead and maybe I'll bottom 1 card, random, and draw 1.
Oh, mulligan stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I was deciding my mulligans based off of.
Oh, I thought you were just like setting a trap off the bat with no resources.
Yeah, I mean. So. Let's set out a flare and pass turn.
Okay. I'll take a draw. I'm gonna resource. Resource New York City.
Yep. You don't want to play New York City right now?
Nope. Tap Torque, ping Flare.
Okay.
And it's gonna do one.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yep.
It's not gonna matter in the long run much anyway. Magnate.
Okay.
Turn.
You passing?
Yep.
Okay. I will.
I'm used to the clarity and the mean streak variants, not this one so much. Where that actually works.
Go ahead and set a resource here. This is interesting. I'll go ahead and set a torque early here. This might be beneficial sooner than later.
Okay, ETB, you take a damage.
Yep. And I'll be doing mine on stream, just because I got a lot to keep track of there. If you want to keep track of it in TTS, feel free to do so.
Okay. There we go.
Alright. I will. I'll flare your cunning planner.
Okay, I draw a card from his defeat.
Yep. I will torque your torque.
No blockers, obviously.
Yep.
No responses, obviously.
Yep.
Buff?
No buff.
No buff.
Okay. And I will send my contender at your contender for 1 trade.
No buff?
Nope.
Buff? So no buff, no buff.
No
okay.
buff, no buff. Alright, 28 all. Pass turn.
Cool. Resource when unused. Okay. Draw 1. Okay. Resource Sonoro Fierce Fighter.
Yep.
I promise there's red in here when I find it. I'm gonna...
It's funny, I'm playing more red cards than
Yeah,
you, and you're playing
what
more
the
green
heck?
cards than me.
Sinister on Torque Uncontrollable. That'll get rid of it because it's a 1 cost. Then I'm going to tap for another Cunning Planner.
Alright. It's very cunning
And
of you.
I'm going to Torque Diabolical Ding the Flare.
Yep.
So you were buffed to 1-2, now you're down to 1-1.
Uh-huh.
Go to Combat, Cunning Planner, trade with Flare.
Yep.
Cool. And then I draw a card from Defeat Trigger.
Yep.
And that's turn.
No more feet. Gonna draw 1 here. Going to set resource. Play flare. Let's see.
Are you sure we're playing the right deck?
Yeah. I'm going to ping your torque and let you draw a card.
Okay, that's a thing.
And then I'm going to magnate your torque.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's a 1 for 1?
Yep.
Assuming no buffs?
No buff.
Okay.
26 to 27.
Yep.
And I will go ahead and pass turn here.
Huh. Okay. Draw for turn. Right. Well, it's something. Resource, torque, redirecting damage.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm gonna tap 1, play out my flare.
Yep.
My flare, ding your flare.
Yep.
Torque, ding your flare.
Okay.
And then tap 2, menacing magnate.
Yeah.
And I'm calling turn.
Okay. Move to my turn. Recover. I will draw 1 here. I will resource. Play big boy. 4/5. And
Hey.
I will swing at your torque for 4.
Okay. No block. Buff.
No buff.
No buff.
Okay. 4 down to 22. And I will swing my Magnate at your Torque.
Okay, no block. Buff?
No buff.
Yes, buff.
Okay. So I will take 3 here.
And I will draw a card.
Yep. And I will pass turn.
Alright.
I have 22, 24.
Okay. This ought to work. Resource New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Tap 1. Torque uncontrollable.
Yep.
I ding myself a 1. When I do that, I draw a card.
Yep.
Alright. Okay.
It's all
So,
coming together now.
yep. I'm going to tap 3 for another New York City.
Ooh.
I draw a card on its entry.
Yep.
Okay, this means that my Menacing Magnate is 4-1 and buffs all over the place. I'm going to use Torque to ding the Magnate ready to fight, so he's back down to 4-4.
Yep.
And then Menacing Magnate is going to attack Magnate ready to fight.
Okay.
You have no blockers. I'm going to call no buff.
Okay. I got a buff here.
Okay. So, the
Magnate's
combat
here to
damage.
stay.
Yeah, the combat damage is that's fine-ish. Okay.
He is still persistent down to 4 health. But
yeah, there's a reason I didn't tap
6.
the flare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna call turn.
Yep.
Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, that clash buff was pretty detrimental to your progression on this turn. You could have attacked for life, but like you know, might not have been worth it later. Check out this. All 4 baby Sonaros and the baby Torque from my resources. That's insane.
Oh, good cards in that deck.
Yeah. I will play my Torque redirecting, and so on defeat I can draw cards, and then when it's obstructed, it gets more power. I will, Your alphas are big too, so that's cool, that's cool. I will go ahead and start this party off by sending a 6-5 in your direction at Torque.
Will obstruct with flare.
Yeah, good, okay.
Obviously no buff.
No buff.
Okay, flare just died.
Yeah, this is definitely a good boom turn coming up potentially here, but let's see here. I'll go ahead and send Torque over to your Torque for 3.
Okay, buff.
No buff.
No buff.
I have you at 18, and me at 24 currently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will go ahead and swing my Magnate at your Torque.
Okay. Let me think. I'll let it go.
Yep.
Buff?
No buff. 17 to 20.
Oh wait, that's it's not that bad. It's you aren't buffed by the
correct.
New York.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That means you also take one.
Yes.
So obviously 1723.
Yeah. Let's see here. Pass turn.
Okay. Resource flare.
Yep. Yep.
And you called it. Boom.
Yep. So my Torque
That's
will
one
die,
draw.
and I'll draw one. And my get back out there. Sorry. My Magnate will. Wait a minute. He's got 5. Yeah, it's 5. Okay. Never
It
mind.
is 5.
Get out there. Yeah. Kept trying to
Okay,
focus
this
myself.
buffs Torque lots.
Yep.
And I'm going to use Torque's effect to ping my own Torque, which will instead buff him more.
Yep.
So he's like, I think this
6,
combo's like,
7, 8, 9. Yep.
Yeah, so he's like 9 strong.
Uh-huh.
Attack contender for 9. Any responses?
No response.
I got no buff.
No buff.
Okay, so you're at 14 now.
Yep.
Turn.
Alright, I will untap. Draw for turn.
So, no resource.
I held my cunning planner back last turn from playing it because I expected the boom.
Mm-hmm.
Got he's a 3-2, correct?
Yes.
But my Magnate's it. Okay, I will swing my Magnate into your Torque. Looking to trade?
Buff?
No buff.
No buff.
Okay. On death, I will draw 1. And then I will crash my Magnate into your Torque for 6.
It's usually not called crashing when you survive, but that is just fine.
Yep. And then a swing 1 for 1.
So we are at 10 to 13
Wait,
at
let me read what your ability does before I lock that in. Whenever non-clash damage is dealt to this contender, target clash card you control. Okay. Alright, that's good enough for now. Yep, proceed.
Alright. Resource Sonora Awaken Breaker?
Yep.
Kagon.
Whee.
Now the question is, do I want to swing for it? I'm at such a dangerous life total, I kind of don't want to. Let me read Torque real quick. Okay. 7. I'm gonna hold up.
Yep.
Turn.
Okay. I will draw 1 for turn.
You passing resource phase, so that I can think.
I am determining that myself. I'm thinking about that myself still.
Okay.
Yep. I'm just
the fact that you are thinking about it means that I'm just going to go ahead and think on my plan, because if it was obvious, you would have done what I thought you were going to do.
Right. Yeah, it's not a Kagan for Kagan.
No Kagan juggling today, at least not this game.
Not yet, anyway. All right, so. Yep, I'm good for the resources.
Okay.
Sonaro. Swinging Sonaro at your contender for 6, 7. He's a 7. 7, 5.
Trying to think if there's any funny way that you can kill me off the bat if I let this go. Also, you draw a card on his attack, so regardless.
Thank you. Yep.
7, 5. I'll just block him regardless.
Okay. I will go ahead and clash buff.
Okay. You still die because I was 7-5 as well. Because of New York.
Oh, okay, never mind. I shouldn't have done that. Alright, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
well, I kind of agonized a little over blocking.
Yeah, I will my contender to yours.
That's fine, buff.
No buff.
No buff. So we are at 9 to 12.
Yeah. Pass turn.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Resource Sonora Awaken Breaker. All 6 into Kagan.
Yeah.
And then 1 into Torque.
Yeah.
Self ding. Draw a card. And when I ding self, it also trips Torque Diabolical to buff Kagan the Dragon to 8.
Okay.
So this is 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Kagan, attack contender.
Okay, so he's +2, +1 from the torque, so that's 8. 8 damage is in. I'm at 4.
Okay. And then, oh, cheeky. Do some math, see if this works. This is not as simple as it looks. Tap Torque, deal 1 damage to Torque uncontrollable, so he's now 4-3.
Yep.
Attack and buff on attack.
Yeah, sure, I'm dead.
That should do it. Okay, there we go. All right.
Alright, let's see if I have anything in my sideboard here.
Same here. Okay, I think I want... Okay. Oh, wait. These two are supposed to join as well. That would have been embarrassing. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, did you have a clash buff at the end of that?
No. No, I had used mine up pretty early. A lot of them. Yeah, the ping on the torque was all that was needed. I will go first again.
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Okay. Send it, send it.
Let's see.
I'll ship. Yeah, shipping 2 is going to be fine. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do 4. All right.
You're on play.
Rainforest, I'll draw 1 and pass to you. Now you draw an extra 1 and discard 1.
So we're doing this. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So draw 2. This isn't quite like Clarity. Okay.
Yeah, Clarity, you put them back. Rainforest,
Hey.
you discard it.
I'm gonna toss out. Sinister Assistance.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna resource Torque Redirecting. And then I'm gonna tap it for Torque Uncontrollable.
Okay.
1 damage.
Yeah.
Draw a card. Okay. And then I am going to tap Torque Diabolical to put 1 damage on Torque, so he's up to 2/3, and I will go to combat and attack Magnate. Deciding on buff? I will.
Okay. So 4 altogether?
Yep.
Okay. 26.
29, 26, your move.
Yep. Alright, I will draw 2, discard 1. I'll play a torque redirecting.
Okay.
And I will magnate into your torque.
Okay.
No buff on attack.
No buff on defense, so just 1 each.
And pass the turn.
Okay. And draw another for... Okay, I'm gonna toss out...
Like the garbage.
Yeah, but the problem is nothing is garbage.
No,
Not if
I
you
mean,
built
like,
your deck right.
exactly. Like, I like to say, you know, with all these filter things, right? I mean, like, oh, just toss out the bad card. Like, I don't play bad cards in my deck. I don't know what kind of decks other people are playing, but
I'm gonna throw... I got a choice between two that I'm thinking of, and I think I'll throw out Affliction.
yeah, nobody's.
I'm gonna resource. Resource Menacing. I'm gonna tap 1 for Flare.
Okay.
Flare Dig myself.
Yep.
And I'm gonna draw a card. And then tap this one for Magnate Cunning Planet.
Yep.
And that is turn.
Okay.
Joke's on you, I've been experimenting against the Amazon Rainforest play.
Haha. Joke's on you, I'm gonna deck you.
Yeah, if Amazon Rainforest was mandatory and didn't say May, I actually did the math. You could deck Haven before she gets to 25 counters.
There's no
But
May.
it does say May. I thought it was May. Somebody
There's only May on the ETB.
Isn't it?
Gonna
They
draw
draw-
2.
Oh, so I did mess up before. Yeah, so, yeah, that can actually kill the New Haven automatically.
Yeah. What do I want to discard here? Want to keep those. So maybe. Discard this torque. And
So what did you throw, redirecting?
yeah. Although I should have probably kept redirecting. Play out that. And, Hey Barbie, yes, this is Tabletop Simulator, and yeah, the artwork is amazing in this game. There's so much really cool stuff. This is Kagan the Dragon. I know you like dragons, so there you go. He's not a dragon, but he's Kagan the Dragon. Like
The Jade Antlers himself.
yeah. And then this is the Torque contender. You saw the Torque yesterday. You said you liked Torque, so this is what he looks like, all blown up. And this is my contender, Magnate. Okay, sorry, I have to decide I decided my resource. I have to decide what I'm gonna play now. Or what I'm gonna do for turn. I think that, maybe we just passed turn here. Maybe not. Alright, let's send my Torque at your Diabolical.
Okay, no block. You got a buff?
No buff.
No buff. I'll just take the one.
And
So,
I will
26
send
25.
my Magnate at your Torque.
Okay. I will block with uncontrollable.
Yep, I will clash. I will buff.
I will buff.
Yep, okay. So, let's see, I still take, 1.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure I avoid dying because I was 4, you were 3.
Right. Oh. Yeah. Correct.
Alright.
I'll play out a Torque, and I'll take 1.
Okay. So,
I'm at 23.
okay.
Okay, pass turn.
Alright.
You've got lots of cards in hand. Very cool. Lots of cards. Lots and lots of cards.
Then draw another for Amazon. And then I will dump Flare. I'm
Okay.
gonna resource a cutting planner.
Yep. I think sometimes deciding what to resource is like one of the hardest things to do in this game.
Yeah, because you're not just losing a card, you're giving information. It's like, oh man, they got 4 green and 1 of something else. I wonder what they're gonna resource.
Yeah.
And the play is New York City.
Ooh. Alright.
Yeah, that deforestation right there.
Yeah.
And draw a card. And then I'm going to tap Flare, hit myself, and draw another card. Because only the hitting yourself is...
Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself.
And this is the part where I just hit other people, because that is a 1-3, that is a 3-3 now, and I'm a 3-1 with this. So I'm tempted to go for a trade. Magnate into Torque redirecting. Deciding on buff, I will not buff.
Alright, I'll take the trade. We both draw 1.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. And
I definitely need to sideboard Sinisters for the red matchups for the Torques. Definitely a good idea. I'm learning that now. Like it's the best way maybe to get rid of them.
Okay, I'm gonna pass from here. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to draw 1. No discardy cardy. I will resource this little Torque.
Are we gonna see a boom?
No, that would not. That would be so awkward with like both of our Torques out right now.
Yeah, our Turks just bounce off each other. We actually no, they both die because of New York City.
Yeah. What do I want to do though? Let's send Magnate over to your Torque.
Okay, Magnate into contender. Buff? No block.
No buff. Okay.
No buff. Okay, so it's just
1 each.
I've got 24, 22.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
I'll send my Torque over to your Torque.
Okay. Interesting.
For 3.
Oh yeah, you're a Magnate Torque.
Yeah. So this is a 3/3 right now.
Okay. No block. Buff?
No buff.
Yes, buff.
Oh.
I'll take 1, and you're just gonna die. $23-22. I did kill you though.
Yeah, I was just checking some stuff. And you took 1.
Yep.
23. Okay. All right, pass turn.
All right. All right. Let's resource. Resource another New York City. Flare, ping myself, draw a card, so we are 22 even.
Yep.
And then I will tap 2, Torque redirecting.
Okay.
3-2 into contender. I will not buff. Actually, you have a potential to do stuff first, so because you've got everything still online.
Right.
So
3-2, no block.
Okay, you did not have
No
you didn't have one of those weird destructive arrivals.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that would have been funny. So just 3 into you.
Yeah. 19.
Okay, and then I'm gonna tap 1. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Okay, Magnate Cunning Planner.
Yep.
I'm also going to attack the Magnate Cunning Planner. I will not buff.
Okay.
And yes, that he will die.
Yeah.
Yep. So no buff on your end?
Right.
Okay, you're at 16. And I'll draw a card from his defeat. Okay. And then I'm going to tap one with Torque Diabolical, deal a damage to Torque Uncontrollable. He is now a 4/3 with all buffs. Attack Contender.
Okay. Are you
Okay,
buffing?
no buff. No buff.
Buffing.
Okay, he's going to die, and
I still take
I'm
one.
going to deal 2.
Yeah. 2.
Because he was buffed by my own contender. So it was a total of 4/3, so 2 gets through your 2 defense.
4, 1, 2. Yeah, so. Oh, yeah, I take 2. Yeah, okay. 14?
Okay.
Yep. Sorry.
Yep, I got 22 to 14.
Yeah.
Okay, turn.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go ban something. Alright. Alright, recover here. Get rid of that. Draw 1 for turn. Resource a Kagan.
Uh-oh. Boom.
We will boom.
Okay, I will draw 1 card off Torque Redirecting Damages Death.
Yeah. I will play Cunning Planner, and I will swing Magnate to Torque.
Okay, no. You got buff?
No buff.
No buff. So it's just 21 to 13.
And pass.
Okay. Go on. Okay, I'm gonna resource. Affliction.
Yep.
I'm gonna tap it. Torque Uncontrollable.
Okay.
Self-ding. Draw a card. Okay. Wait a second. This is cute. Watch this. Torque Redirecting. Tap it for Flare.
Yeah.
I'm going to use 1 Flare Ding on your Cunning Planner and the Torque Ding on your Cunning Planner. You draw a card.
Yep.
Then I'm going to tap 3 for Sonoro Fierce Fighter.
Yep.
I'm going to sacrifice the Flare.
Okay.
And bring out Torque Redirecting. I'm going to go to combat, swing with Sonoro Fierce Fighter for 3. No buff.
Okay. 3 down to 10.
Yep. Then I'm going to swing with Torque Redirecting for also for 3.
Yep. 7.
And then I will pass.
Alright, let's see what we can do here. Drawing 1 card. resource. Torque. I'll make you discard a card. Lots to choose
Discard,
from.
boom.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see here. What do we want to do? This is a tricky situation to be in. Oh, Torque does 1 damage to me. I'm at 6. Might not have been the smartest to play that.
Well, he's a flying alpha with 3/2, so...
True, but there are flying alphas with 3/2s. Or 3/4s.
Whatever Sonoro Fierce Fighter is, he's so negligible.
Yeah.
Is he a 1/2 as well? He is! How about that?
Yeah, so he's a 3, they're all 3/2s. So like if I attack and then you block, it's a straight up trade no matter what here. You have a lot more tools over there right now. I think we swing Torque at your contender.
Okay, no block. Buff?
No buff. And then we play Sonaro and swing Sonaro
I wondered.
at Fierce Fighter. Triggering this back up. I will draw 1.
Okay. I will not block.
Yep.
No buff?
Okay.
Okay.
And I will pass turn.
Alright.
I mean, I'm pretty easily dead here, though, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really have a whole lot going on.
No, not that one. That one. And let's not belabor the point. Kagan. Yeah, you're uncontrollable. And you're not going to like seeing what I had. Yeah, incidentally, that's the out to the Amazon rainforest shenanigans. You have to change the field and deforest it as fast as possible. Because Amazon rainforest is particularly hazardous to this deck because I draw so much. The ability for you to then go 2 cards deep every turn is actually, even though it applies to both of us, it's bad parity for me because it's giving you way more proportional advantage than I get. So the play is save a New York for it. And not dying to New York is just as simple a matter as hold up some blockers, genius. Also, heavy aggression played a lot into these strategies because if you aren't aggressive, I had way more life to play with than you did, and I did that specifically so that even if you Kaganned, I would still be in a commanding lead and could just let it go, and then swing over the tapped out Kagan. You went out for flares. Oh, you had Aster. Yeah. My sideboard didn't ever actually come into play. It was I sided out 3 of my Solar Smash into Piercing Strike, which is the 1 cost, deal 2 damage to an attacking clash, which I find is really funny, and a lot of people don't expect it versus something like Deflect, which you usually see more often. Is that Deflect? Yeah, that's Deflect. I've been thinking about Deflect a lot more, and I really should get some foils of that one because it's really good. It's another one of those Kagan semi-neutralizers, but especially seeing what we're seeing for Set 2 rumors, I imagine Kagan neutralizers are going to be actually coming pretty hard and fast. So I'm not terribly worried about it, and instead I'm mostly worried about not making it to the end game with enough life to matter, because I have to stop people from hitting me early. See if I can... Yeah. It's like, if you've been aware of some of the more recent comments I've been making in one of these Alpha Clash discords, is that if you're running, this is what kind of why I'm not a huge fan of green-red Magnate. Magnate can't make as much use of things that really like Torque as well as Torque can. So it's like uncontrollable. You're using him purely to not get boomed. And while fair that it's functional, it's kind of anti-synergistic because you're winding up just dealing yourself damage for no reason, meaning that you're kind of getting taxed for playing this card that's not really synergistic for you. Torque may not quite be as bad as Moxie in this regard, but Torque likes Torque cards, and actually it's kind of Moxie but backwards, whereas Moxie only likes Moxie cards, Torque cards only like Torque Contender. I guess that's how I'd put it. I don't know if you're still talking.
Oh yeah, sorry, I had my my mic on mute.
Sorry if I was talking over you or something.
No, I would just sneeze, and so I put my mic on mute. Yeah, so I mean, like I like these Torques in the list here because it just feels really good. It's obviously it comes in as it's a 1/3, so it can block a lot. It's a 1/3 for 1, so it's really good, just in and of itself. And then obviously it gets cooler with the booms, and I have flares, and I have solar smashes in the sideboard too, you know. So
yeah, 1/3 for a 1 cost. I haven't thought really much about that perspective. That's all right, actually.
Yeah.
It's like you would have used him if he had no ability.
Right. Right, exactly. So this pairing is just a naturally good pairing for me in this deck. I like having the board wipe to be able to come up with a whole bunch of small stuff afterwards.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. As for my side, I like using setting up a particular engine where I have something like this out. I could have that, or that, and then I have a flare. And then if I have flare and any one of these, I can just tap flare out and have a blocker just in case.
mhm.
So that way, that's the reason I call the deck Hatman. It's a reference to a Yu-Gi-Oh deck called Pac-Man, Pure Advantage Camel Munches all Noobs. And the very brief, dirty summary is that it's this little tiny monster that dies to inclement weather, but you floodgate out so hard that nobody can actually get rid of it. So the same idea of tap, draw a card every turn, tap,
Yeah.
draw a card every turn, over and over again. And that's why I had a hand that was basically maxed all game. Oh, you have no idea how forward I'm looking to that pestilence. That just like it gets a power for every card in your hand. I want so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I like how it played out where you're drawing all those cards. I think that was a huge difference for us in this matchup for sure. Is your card advantage was very significant over mine.
Yeah, as Torque has some of the best raw card advantage in the game. The only way to really compete with it is to out-select it with Amazon Rainforest and or Clarity. That's how I lost some of the games that I've lost so far in the league, is just having the issue where the opponent is basically just digging for their Kagan, and then they find the Kagan, and then they find another Kagan, and another Kagan, and another Kagan, and I'm gassed out, and it doesn't matter how many cards I have in my hand, I'm dying with 6 cards.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, if you can chain Kagans like that, I mean, but like, look, I died in turn 6. Like, this is a very fast match. I don't think Kagans is necessarily where
Yeah, that's
everyone's going to
because
be.
of Amazon Rainforest. I knew I had to make it a fast match. I was going for something slower, especially when I opened 2 Kagans in my opener after Mulligan. And but then I saw Amazon Rainforest, and I know, okay, you gotta die as soon as possible. Otherwise, the longer Amazon Rainforest stays out, the worse it gets for me. Because that gives you more chances to dig for the answers to beat me.
Yeah.
Because that's where selection beats advantage, is when the game goes long. Because the selection deck will see its whole deck before the draw deck will. And when the draw deck sees its whole deck, it's dead.
Yeah. So what's the end of game rules again for decking out?
I think it's when it's probably something along the lines of when you have to draw a card and you can't, that's game over.
Okay.
It's like if I had milled myself out and played Affliction, and I would draw another card for Torque Contender, and if I couldn't, I'm instantly dead no matter what my health is.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. Don't quote me on that, but
yeah. So there's
and I've never seen it happen before. I've tried setting up matches deliberately to get that to happen, but the best I've done is essentially Moxie using Weber's binoculars to essentially go through her own deck multiple times.
Yeah.
Which is funny, but not particularly practical.
Right, I mean, so that's what I was wondering, right? I was wondering if I was going to be able to get to an end game with you where you would deck out. And we never really quite got there, I think.
No, I always die first, because Torque is taking damage as he goes.
Yeah.
So I had to make sure to give back damage.
So I think I had that mentality at the beginning of the game, and then, like, I didn't really flip out of that ideology until it was too late for game 1. And then for game 2, I'm like, this isn't going to happen, so no.
Yeah, about the time that you saw me attack in with the flare, the redirecting, and the uncontrollable is when I knew that I was going all in on the make you dead plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing I discovered is that a problem that the very few Torque players that exist have is that they'll get into a situation where they've got Torque uncontrollable and anything else on the field, but it kind of doesn't matter. And they wonder whether or not to attack in, because if you buff Torque uncontrollable, he's 2/3, and you can basically do that on a whim, no cost involved, essentially. But the problem is, you have a potential to just eat a buff. Here's the thing, though. Trading an uncontrollable for a buff is actually a good trade for Torque. Because anytime you can get rid of a buff and not have to deal with it later without having to burn a buff of your own, that puts you in a special advantage if you can force that early game.
Yeah.
And I think I actually did at one point force a buff out of you that way.
By attacking your Torque uncontrollable.
Yeah, by attacking...
you got one that way. I mean, and that's still a good benefit for me, though. I mean, that's value for me. So, I mean, if you find value in that, then, good for you. But, for me, that's value because I don't have as good of a way of taking care of that Torque as you did as mine. I mean, I do have a way, but I didn't have it in the deck, right? So, I had not been playing Sinister. I took Sinister out of the deck.
Ooh, yeah. Sinister is basically a staple now.
Yeah. So, that lesson learned, right? This is what these league matches are for. Now I can go put Sinister back in and find another spot for it.
Yeah. Also, the most interesting recent bit of tech on this deck was Sonora Fierce Fighter, and you actually got to see that go off.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
That was pretty interesting, the fact that you were able to bring back, I don't like the sacrificing the unit part for it, sacrificing your Clash card. I feel like you're just, disadvantaging yourself on a tech basis. You could use that flare for some other stuff, for other shenanigans.
Yeah, but the thing is, I had Flare tapped down, and I didn't really have a buff in hand to actually save her. She was dead to rights. If you looked at her funny, she was dead. So I knew that Flare is basically out of this game, so I knew just replace her with something that was sturdier, hence using redirecting damage specifically. What I could have done, because I had flares in the discard pile, I could have gotten rid of one flare and pulled another back out. In fact, I actually looked this up. This is a neat interaction with Sonora Fierce Fighter. The card that you sacrifice can also be the card that you bring back, because they're separate effects. So what you can do is, I got a Torque uncontrollable out. Then I play Sonora Fierce Fighter.
Yeah, you have to finish paying
sacrifice
the cost
uncontrollable.
The rest of the ability goes in the stack.
Yeah. But Torque uncontrollable, he's already been out on the field before for a turn or so. Then you play out Fierce Fighter, sacrifice uncontrollable, bring him back, he ETBs again, does a damage to my contender, and I draw another card.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really hilarious thing to do with him, and I think that's going to give Sonora Fierce Fighter a lot of longevity, especially in alpha plays.
I think the Sonora Fierce Fighter in your deck with the uncontrollables is a really good loop for sure.
Yeah, so I can get the uncontrollables back in case you Sinister me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can play a little more Cavalier with them. It's like, one of the first things I did that game was attack with a buffed uncontrollable.
Yeah.
Specifically buffed on my attack. That was partially because of the Amazon Rainforest. And that's what you can do with him. Just buff him to make sure that even if you buff me back, I don't think I died to that. Yeah, I don't die to that because he's 1/2.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can't double buff. So it was really awkward, so I just took the damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Other funny tricks in this deck are if you've got a Kagan standing on board, you use Affliction to buff Kagan, and then you boom the rest of the table.
Yeah.
So Kagan survives and no one else does.
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to that on my side because of my Magnate ability.
Yeah, it's a little more complicated way of doing what you do naturally.
Yeah.
But Affliction is amazing.
My goal is to get to that end, to a later end game. I'm more of a mid-range type of style of deck. You're definitely a lot more aggro than I am.
Which is weird, because I actually didn't used to be that aggro. I used to be going for the end game and trying to just hang on for dear life until I could just get a Sonora Awakened Breaker out there and attack for some cards. That only usually happens when I'm super stalled out, though.
Right.